This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. And the Cowboys will put total weather to crank us up. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Georgia State's offense will take the field first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coach.
Breaks into the open. He has the first and still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Georgia State jumps back to the line. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. First down and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. Gets it out fast.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged out of the air. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advancing.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Takes it the other way. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
And the Panthers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Georgia State. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
7, Wyoming, 0.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cowboys offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively,
open field on the right. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The Cowboys can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Now, you got to read it quick, right? And he makes a quick decision, gets that thing out of his hand, but make sure your feet are set, and you still got to be accurate, even though you're trying to get rid of that ball so fast.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Zings it complete to the right.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pass is broken up, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag on the field, and they may be throwing it in reverse. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with results of the play. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice count.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Flanagan. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it.
There he goes. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give from the gun. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Here's a hit. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. 4th down coming. Let's see if they go for it here. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Dead center perfect. Now up by 7 points here in the second. That's the end of the quarter. Georgia State has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. From the gun, the ground game. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
That's just a better job by the defender. He knew he was going to get challenged in this game. He knew these receivers had speed and they were going to test him. Nice job by that DB knocking it away.
3rd down coming after the incompletion. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Under fire. Wide open downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And the Cowboys look to keep this drive humming. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try the run. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Power football with the run. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
It's a fumble. And the fumble goes out of bounds. They'll maintain possession, actually picked up yardage on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cowboys are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll sneak it.
As a defense, we are talking about this right now. As soon as they come out under center, alert, alert, quarterback sneak, everybody dive at the feet of the offensive lineman, create a pile, jump to the football. Great job by the defense, understanding the formation, stopping the quarterback sneak.
Wide receiver going in motion. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Out of the gun, the inside give. Turning it on. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got his man on the right. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. The Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and get them a 1st down. And the Panthers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And the timing just a hair off.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead's extended a little further. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Just keep slinging it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Galladay. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Let's see what they do on third down. The play action fake. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Cowboys in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the left. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Picks up 7. That's a first down for the
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, they're after him. Finding open areas. Quarterback got it himself. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. On first down, here comes this offense. Snap in the shotgun. Makes the grab. It's Galladay. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He's got an open man. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He wants to throw it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Wyoming. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, that's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. First play of the drive wants to throw. Got his man downfield. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Picked off. Taking it the other way. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Using the quick game. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Splits the uprights. It's good. And it's a deadlock here in the third quarter after the field goal. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, one half in the books, and I am eagerly looking forward to that second half in Atlanta. And a first half that's been dominated by this special teams unit. How often do we say that? But it's a dynamite group who understands football isn't just about offense and defense. And what they've done through 2 quarters is help tilt the scales of this game. What adjustments the other sides can make is going to go a long way in determining who wins this game. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Center Park Stadium.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. Quarterback on the keeper. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Nice job by this defense stringing along the option, not letting him make a decision right away, and that's why they could corral to the football, get him on the ground, and make sure that option didn't get a big gain.
The give on the option. Find some fresh air. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Might as well give it to him again. Brings into the open. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Galladay. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up.
Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. NC State is piling up the points here today. They've opened up a massive lead in what's shaping up to be the kind of blowout neither side will soon forget. They're up by 20 over Auburn. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, the running back has it. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Right on the money. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches, and this running back and his ability...
It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And the Cowboys can really attack on this second and short. It's a draw. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Douglas. Across the 25. He's got room. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this.
Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's loose on the right. The 50. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Panthers. The defense putting points on the board.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. Takes a handoff. It's Galladay. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. They'll move the tight end. They'll run play action. Makes the catch. It's Douglas. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and these big fellas, man, they can run so well at their size. A lot of times you see these tight ends, they don't necessarily run around you, but so physical to be able to break tackles and then make those extra yards after the catch.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. The Cowboys with the 1st and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He'll do it himself. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Back to pass on 2nd down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
That's a throw the QB would like to have.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. The Panthers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached the break. Georgia State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Georgia State jumps back to the line. A first down run in the red zone. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration.
Max going for the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and on third and goal, they're saying, hey, we're still going to try to power this football and run it. Obviously haven't had success. Now getting to fourth and goal. Now it's a situation, do I kick the field goal? Do I feel comfortable running the football? Or do I need to throw this thing?
Well, that's a huge kick right there because now the opponent has to score a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. That put so much pressure on the opponent now. Nice job by the special teams going out and executing in a big moment.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Douglas. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Cowboys come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Sends it back in motion. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Cowboys getting set on first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick strike complete. Makes one. Oh, another great move. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Trying play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Picked off to stop the threat. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. There he goes. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And that is big time late in the game that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football because you know it's only a few more first downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
The give and tick, 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 tick. Across the 45. still running at the 40. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Holds and fires complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Panthers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Georgia State comes to the line with a 1st and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. No reason to rush here. You want to be efficient, you want to finish the deal, but you might as well milk that clock.
100%. Make it tick. The clock is your friend. You've got the lead. You've got the football in good position. Hang on to it and milk that clock.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Let's see what he can do with the return. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Right back to the well. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this.
Turning it on! That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
And the quarterback takes a knee.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.